Brexit negotiations could evolve into the European Union adopting a series of torture weapons to threaten the UK into standing down on changes to the Northern Ireland Protocol. Brexit talks have further soured after Boris Johnson announced earlier this week plans to amend the Internal Market Bill to allow the UK to effectively override the Brexit deal with the EU in the event of a no deal. The European Union threatened to hit the UK with legal action unless they stand down, a demand the British government shut down immediately. But Brussels could soon unleash a whole series of torture weapons to push the UK into withdrawing the proposed amendments. Charles Grant from the Centre for European Reform said, "The real torture weapon isn't actually the thing in the Court of Justice, which I don't think will scare Boris Johnson too much. The real weapon of torture is the lack of a trade agreement, the economic impact on Britain, the psychological impact on the British economy of there not being any agreement, the impact on financial markets, which will react very, very negatively. The impact on the psychology of British businesses, knowing they're being cut off from the largest trading market, permanently cut off. The huge prospect of chaos at the borders, friction at the borders, lack of access to the EU single market in any respect, lack of ability to travel easily from one part of Europe to another." Mr. Grant added, "These are the things that the EU is hoping will make British ministers change their minds and say to Boris Johnson, hang on a minute, we just don't want to go down this way." Boris Johnson has maintained the proposed changes to the agreement would ensure the protection of the British internal market in the event of a no deal by guaranteeing the free flow of goods from Northern Ireland into the rest of the UK. But businesses and hauliers from across the country last week issued a warning insisting the government must ensure preparations for a no-deal erase out throughout the UK. Richard Burnett from the Road Haulage Association, RA, claimed the systems required to process customs requests are still to be put in place and the necessary border officers have yet to be trained.